Hey guys, it's Dr. Paul Thomas with Plum Health Direct Primary Care, and right now I'm looking out my window. It's a beautiful spring day, and I'm looking at West Vernor Highway, and fortunately there are bike lanes on this street, unlike many streets in Detroit, so I'm thankful for that. And I'm at 21st and 20th on West Vernor Highway, and for some reason the bike lane ends right at 20th Street. Now, I say unfortunately the bike lane ends here because this bike lane extends west into southwest Detroit, Mexican Town, some historic business districts on Vernor Highway, and that's awesome. But it stops at 20th, and I see this as a real opportunity for the city to clean up this street, extend the bike lane through Roosevelt Park, under the viaduct that's adjacent to the Michigan Central Station, and connect with some resources that are existing in Corktown on Michigan Avenue. So if you didn't know, they've done a lot of streetscaping on Michigan Avenue in Corktown. There's bike lanes going both ways, and there are actually some designated parking, so it's kind of like a protected bike lane. It has slowed down the traffic on Michigan Avenue and made that street more hospitable for small businesses, for pedestrians, for bicyclists, and safer for everybody, including motorists who are now driving a little slower speeds. So I think this is a really great opportunity for the city of Detroit to come in, paint some bike lanes, redo some crosswalks, paint some demarcations to the crosswalks at these intersections. I'm thinking specifically about on either side of the viaduct that's adjacent to the Michigan Central Station. There are some really wide, really large intersections, and I think the city could do a good job of filling in some gaps here and connecting these two neighborhoods that are adjacent that could really create some synergy in the area and create a better environment. So I wrote this blog post. It's on our blog, plumhealthdpc.com/blog. I made some recommendations, aka my prescription for a healthier road, healthier neighborhood, and healthier community. So I'm talking about cleaning up the garbage that's accumulated. I'd love to help with this and gather some people in the neighborhood for a community cleanup day. We need some bulk pickup though. If we can extend these bike lanes, that'd be great. If we could work some crosswalks in, that'd be awesome too. And installing some lighting underneath the Michigan Central Station's viaduct, that's adjacent to the Michigan Central Station, would make that more inviting, would make it feel less dangerous, and would really encourage some people to get out and exercise. I see this area as really important because there's a school a few blocks to my west. There's this viaduct, there's the park. I see school kids walking underneath that viaduct every day. We can make it more well lit. It would be safer. Maybe it would encourage some people to be more active in the community, to take advantage of some of the parks that are in the neighborhood if they knew that there were safe places to walk or ride their bikes to get there. And then I've got some photos here. Just, this is the street in front of my office, West Vernor. See, this is where the bike lane ends, right at 20th Street. This is looking in the opposite direction, west, towards the West Vernor Business District. Here's a biker using the bike lane. Looks great. Sunny day, spring day. It's April 10th, so people are kind of getting outside using their bikes. I want to see more of that. I want to see this area kind of enhanced. So this is what I'm talking about, these kind of big intersections. This is just on the west side of this viaduct. And you can see that, there's really no clear spaces for pedestrians to cross the street. This is what I'm talking about in the viaduct itself. The sidewalk is closed, I guess, on the east side of the street to pedestrians. So that's an impediment for people moving across this viaduct. And then if we go a little bit further down, on the opposite side, it's pretty clear, but there's some trash that I kind of highlight here. If we can clean this up, make it more inviting, maybe repaint this so it's feels lighter in there, and maybe install some lighting, this would be a good way to encourage some pedestrian traffic, foot traffic, bike traffic through this area. And again, I'm taking a photo here of on the Corktown side of the viaduct. Really, again, there's no crosswalks. There's no easy way to get across the street. A second picture of that, just very wide streets. People travel at this part of the intersection at very high rates of speed, and people run stop signs here, so you really have to be careful. Again, no sidewalk, so this side you can kind of see like a desire line, so to speak, where people are trying to use the sidewalk, but it just doesn't exist. So you can see their footprints have left this area where the grass isn't growing because people want a sidewalk there. It's just they're voting with their feet. And then to give a greater context, this is taken from Roosevelt Park, kind of looking at the Michigan Central Station. So this is a little bit of a rant. This is a little bit different than my typical videos on my station. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for reading our blog. And thanks for supporting us at Plum Health Direct Primary Care. If you don't know about us, we deliver affordable, accessible healthcare services, specifically in Southwest Detroit. We take care of folks of all incomes, races, genders, orientations. I'm very proud to be servicing the community in this way. And I'm out here doing something a little bit different, trying to talk about health in a different kind of context. And the starting point for this is really, are people able to access the healthcare services that I'm trying to provide? And access by car is fine. We're close to a freeway. We have a parking lot. We're also accessible with people of varying abilities. We have parking for persons with different abilities, aka handicap parking. We also have sidewalk around our building so people can walk here. But say you're trying to walk from the Courtown neighborhood to this place or ride your bike, I want you to have the safest and easiest way possible to get here. And I think adding this bike lane or making that viaduct area safer would really enhance this and make this service more accessible for the community. Love to hear what you think. Leave some comments. Let's start a discussion around this. So thanks so much for your time and have a wonderful day.